Hi, Tim Bigham for Delta Derivatives, option hedges and edges, powered by the best option scanning tools on the market today, rbtrader.com, and looking at a market that needs to find some power. Certainly we're getting this yin and yang for the past actually 65 trading days. 212 to the downside on the SPY is big time support. That all-time high around the 219 level, big time resistance. We just seem to be bouncing back and forth between it. As we've talked about, it seems like forever. It's that trade-off with rich stock valuations, and earnings probably going to put it in a seventh straight quarter of decline. So stocks getting more expensive without selling off. So the fact that earnings are dropping, stocks staying the same, that PE actually expanding, making stocks more expensive. Of course, that buffered by the ever cheap money out there. We'll get some interesting news later today out of the Fed regarding whether or not a December rate increase may be now off the table. Certainly a last jobs number put that in doubt as well. So it's this yin and yang back and forth, slow, tepid growth at best versus really cheap money kind of putting stocks in this range. We'll see when they break out. We got the VIX back towards almost the 15 level, so options getting a little bit more pricey, which makes option selling strategies, viable again. So I still like selling out of the money call spreads on rallies here. I don't think we'll break out meaningfully to the upside. And then using those arbitrator option scanning tools, identifying a couple big time flows here. We saw one on tacos, TACO, hardly ever traded options ever. And yesterday we saw over 6,000 November 12.5 calls straight out of the blue. Jumped that implied volatility up over 50. I'm doing the simple calendar spread, buying Dees, selling Nove, capturing about an 8-point implied volatility differential. We do have earnings coming out in a few days here, but that's in the October option. So these Novembers, not quite sure what the big buyers saw, but we're following along a little bit bullishly, but more playing kind of a vol capture trade. And then looking at Bristol Myers, a stock that got hammered yesterday on a failure for an FDA approval on a potential blockbuster drug. Stock down about 10%. We saw IV collapse though because that news came out. We also saw big call buying pre the announcement and post the announcement, especially November 52.5 calls. Stocks around 50 bucks. So I'm selling those, buying December 52.5 calls. Again, capturing that big implied volatility term structure and positioning along with that big call buyer out there. So in this kind of market environment, when we're range bound, make sure you keep your profit objectives smaller and your tight stops in place. So until next time, as always, here's a good trading. Take care.